I just love this 45. This truck has some cool history to it. Um, I knew about this truck since probably the early 90s and always tried to buy it. I'd see this old couple going through Beverly Glen, one of the canyon neighborhoods in Beverly Hills near here, and they wouldn't part with it. So flash forward to, I think it was 98, I finally managed to buy it. The truck was originally ordered by the first mayor of Baja California, in Mexico. And he special ordered it from a Toyota dealer in San Diego. And when they received it, he requested that they shorten the bed to the length of the short bed. He didn't like the lines of the factory FJ45 short box, which is in more of a dovetail shape like the FJ40. So this was done to the truck and done well when the truck was new. We sold it to a dear friend and client who has a large collection of trucks that we've built for him over the years. He just recently sold the '83 FJ40 that you may have seen on the website recently as well. He's selling these two trucks out of his collection. They're the only two in his fleet that don't have the modern fuel-injected V8. And I think I've corrupted him with the performance of the V8, so these trucks are going to market versus modifying them because they're just perfect. So when we restored this truck, it was a stage 3 restoration, meaning we took everything and re-engineered the drivetrain. We used a late model FJ40 for the mechanical system. So the axles, the steering system, the engine are all from an '82 FJ40, which are way more drivable than the stock stuff is for this early of a vintage. We also updated the doors and the windshield frame to late model style. So that has, full crank roll-up windows, proper lock cylinders, multi-speed self-parking wipers that work better than the originals. Just makes it more livable without really screwing with the look. The dash, we kept the stock design and layout of. I love those milled bars in the center. The gauge cluster is original to the truck, although we took some design liberties and color coded it to match the body with a contrasting darker green. It's kind of cool. The switches and gauges are all factory Toyota, although the wiring harness is scratch built using painless components, so modern fuses and soldered connections, and again a more contemporary experience. The transmission we further updated, and we used the famous H55F, which is the Toyota 5-speed, and therefore also updated to the Helicut gear 19-spline split case, so way quieter and much more freeway friendly. The brake system and axles, as I said, all came from the late model 40, and they were completely rebuilt from everything down to raw housing, so all new Burfield spindles, bearings, etc. Upgraded calipers, stainless lines for the brake system, rebuilt booster, new OEM master, blah, blah, blah. Steering is power steering. There's no AC. It runs the stock heater, though, with defrost. The body, when we finished it, with all stage 3s, we powder coat the chassis. In this case, we also actually stripped the body and after media blasting, had it powder coated. Then pursued conventional automotive top coat, glass rip paint systems for everything else. Then all the body parts before being reassembled were coated in a heat-cured polyurea coating on the underside as well as the inside of the bed and cabin floors. That adds a little bit of rust protection, insulation, and sound deadening, and you don't worry about scratching up the floor. So I think that's about it. Really everything's been addressed down to, factory. Those doors were brand new OEM Toyota doors. All the regulators, guts, latches, catches, panels, all new OEM visors. We updated the seating, that stock seat frames, but then we powder coated them and then we upholstered it in leather. Headliner is done in the stock style. So really no stone was unturned. It's just an amazing little truck. There's a lot of rare NOS goodies such as the taillight lenses that can no longer be found. And thanks for watching the video. You're welcome to come visit, drive the truck. If you're overseas, we ship international or back east or whatever. Give us a call if you have any questions.